Hello, everybody, and welcome back to PR Extreme 8. I'm your host, Shelley, and if you care about animals, you're going to want to stay locked in. Today's story is disturbing, emotional, and absolutely necessary. We're talking about the Classy Critters Pet Resort in Mooresville, North Carolina, where a viral video has the entire country demanding justice. But before we get into that, if you appreciate truth, accountability, and real conversations, make sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an extreme moment. Now let's talk about it. So recently, a disturbing video emerged showing a groomer named Kirsten Rhea Taylor mishandling dogs. She was not only mishandling them, but she was spinning one around by its neck, slapping or punching others, and using overly aggressive force. Now let's watch this disturbing video, and then we're going to come back and talk about it.
Y'all, I had to put my shoes on and drive down to Mooresville, North Carolina, go ask the owner why she was letting her employees beat these dogs. And she just as wrong as the employees, too. This was she had nerve to say to me.
I can't even, my phone blows up, and people calling me scum, a fat bee. I mean, you would not believe.
You gotta
It's
understand.
horrible.
You gotta understand how we feel as dog lovers.
And I understand there is nothing wrong with the way you feel. I was furious.
I wanted to come by because all of the dog lovers want to see how you're handling this
I know.
situation because we're all upset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you've got every right to be. I was upset.
Yeah.
You know, but I handled the situation. But the little girl who, once I get my story out there, I think y'all will understand, and I think you'll see that, you know, it wasn't, it was just one of those freak things that happened.
Well, no, it wasn't freak. It was very intentional, and I mean, I don't think it was freak. I think you hired a monster and she beat the dogs.
But she wasn't a monster.
This is when she pissed me off.
She wasn't a monster.
Okay, now this is
happened.
Now this is where I'm upset with you because the fact that you're justifying that she's not a monster, and I just watched her on camera body slam dogs. This is where I'm having a problem.
Let me get out of here before I go to jail.
Police done showed up.
They done showed up right on time before I body slam them. Lock them up. Citation.
Very interesting, though, when you look at that video, that the owner actually says that she is not a monster or she didn't hire a monster. But yet she knows the severity of what's going on, but still she says she didn't hire a monster. I'm not sure what her view is or what kind of shop she's running, but I have pets and I know how they are supposed to be treated, and I don't feel like these pets are being treated like they should be. So the owner has to know that. But anyway, after this video surfaced, Kirsten Rhea Taylor, who is 28 years old, was arrested and charged with 4 felony counts of animal cruelty. At least 4 client-owned dogs were abused in these clips. So let's put up Kirsten's picture. Now here's where it gets messier. The footage was posted to Facebook on July 18th by Summer Hilton's sister, who worked at the facility, and she verbally reported abusive behavior by Kirsten in June. So the owner, Pam Byers, who we just heard from, allegedly threatened to sue her if the video wasn't taken down. Now, one message read, "I will sue you in a heartbeat. You don't want to mess with me, little girl." So after the video blew up, Classy Critters fired Kirsten and then put out a public statement calling her behavior totally unacceptable. But let's be real, they fired her after the video went viral, not before. The fact that the owner, Pam, only fired Kirsten after the video went viral and not when the abuse was first reported in June by an employee actually suggests a troubling lack of accountability and leadership. It implies that protecting the business's public image may have taken priority over protecting the animals who are in their care. On June 24th, Kirsten was arrested on charges of felony animal cruelty by the Iredell County Sheriff's Department. So Kirsten opted to waive her first court appearance, and bail was set at $10,000 secured bond by the magistrate. So on July 24th, just one day after Taylor's arrest, the Iredell County Sheriff's Office executed a search warrant at the Classy Critters location. So detectives seized additional evidence in the ongoing cruelty probe that could show whether this was an isolated incident or something deeper. So Sheriff Darren Campbell stressed the importance of coordination between animal services and the sheriff's office. He said the public needs clarity. Animal control does not fall under the sheriff's purview, but the sheriff's office responded due to the severity of the allegations. So guys, you know this can't be an isolated incident, right? Let me share even more signs and show more signs of abuse from this place with a video posted on Facebook by Paul Mueller.
Breaking news, Friday, July 26, 8 p.m. Eastern. Major news unfolding right now about Classy Critters. First, I just spoke with a friend of a former employee who alleges abuse by Pam buyers and others, and what she said to the Iredell Sheriff's Office today. Working on putting that story together right now. But another story coming out today on this Friday, Rewind, 2018, a puppy's preventable death at Classy Critters. Yeah, her mom taking to Facebook. Her 6-month-old Bailey went in for routine grooming, never came home. Her family got a call. They said the dog died during a visit. Autopsy revealing she'd been left unsupervised, caged with larger dogs, and fatally mauled. Sound familiar in these claims? Flash forward 2023, one of my videos from yesterday with the documents, and I summed it up for you. It's all over my social media pages. When the owner of Classy Critters was hit with a civil penalty for, again, housing multiple dogs without supervision that's in violation of state law. Now, the former employee I told you about earlier says, yeah, that happened as well. So it appears as though it's reportedly repeating itself. The violations, the violence continues. Now, about an hour from now, at about 9 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to have more about that former employee who spoke with the Iredell County Sheriff today, Friday, claiming Pam has known about the abuse for years, also claiming Pam took part in the abuse. The sheriff reportedly asking this woman to testify, and also that he says the investigation is going to take time. So much to talk about. We'll see you in an hour.
Now, this is bigger than just one person because the truth is millions of people drop off their dogs at grooming facilities every single day, trusting them like they trust a teacher or a doctor. And if this hadn't been caught on video, if someone hadn't have spoken up, then Taylor might still be there right now, smiling at customers while hurting their pets behind closed doors. The fact that it took a viral video for any action to be taken should have us all rethinking about how we protect animals, especially in places that they can't speak up for themselves. Local groomers voiced horror at the abusive clips and emphasized stronger safety measures. One former employee, Amy Shin, who left Classy Critters and opened her own daycare years ago, said the videos validated her decision. They needed more care than what they were providing, she stated. She encouraged better industry training and oversight should be had. Now, some loyal customers continue doing business there. One owner told WBTV News that while the incident is upsetting, as an owner, you can't watch the staff all the time. The response from that customer comes across as deeply dismissive of the seriousness of what happened. While it's true that business owners can't monitor every second of employee behavior, this wasn't an isolated slip-up. This was repeated abuse, verbally, reported weeks before, and the owner chose to ignore it until public outrage forced her hand. Now, what that customer is really doing is rationalizing inaction. They're prioritizing convenience or loyalty over the well-being of helpless animals. Now, it's the kind of mindset that allows businesses to escape accountability, because if enough customers shrug and keep coming back, then where's the pressure to change? This isn't about catching one bad employee. It's about a system that failed to act when given clear warning signs, and a customer base that's willing to overlook abuse as long as their pet wasn't one of the victims. Is there any other industry, healthcare, childcare, elder care? This kind of negligence wouldn't be tolerated. So why should it be okay just because the victims have 4 legs and can't speak for themselves? Blind loyalty in the face of abuse is how problems stay hidden, and it's also how they repeat. If this were your pet in that video, how would you respond? Think twice about where you're dropping off your pet and who you allow to take care of them. Do your due diligence just to make sure your pet is safe. This was a tough one, but we have to talk about the extreme topics. If you enjoyed, please give me a like, get in those comments and give me your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel. Also, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any extreme content in the future. Again, I'm Shelley, and until next time, stay safe.